everyone, happy Monday. Hi, good morning, welcome. My name is Sophia Rose and thank you so much to Fit&Well magazine for having me take over their page this morning. I'm going to be taking you through a full body strength and conditioning workout. So all you need is your mat or your space and a set of dumbbells. So grab your dumbbells if you haven't got them with you already. They don't need to be massively heavy. I've just got some 10-pound dumbbells this morning. We are going to add them into some of the moves. And we're going to target the upper body, the lower body, the glutes, the core. So it's a full body workout. The format of the session is we're going to take a warm up. So the warm up's going to be a activation and mobility warm up, so we get everything switched on and working so we can be strong and control our movement. Then we are going to take a full body circuit and then we'll have a little stretch to finish. So that's the format of the session. Please take it at your own pace. I obviously can't see you so work at your own level this morning. If anything doesn't feel right, if you've got injuries, please just take care, modify exercises if you need to. Particularly if you feel anything in your back, in your lower back, just kind of regress the exercise. You could take it slower, do less repetitions, have a little back stretch. So take it at your own pace. So I think we'll just wait one more minute just in case anyone else joins in. We've got quite a small group this morning. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes actually just to see if anyone else joins before we get going. So just make sure that you have your dumbbells, your mat, your space. Good. And then we'll get going. Okay, let's get going. It's a small group, it's good. We can work out together. I'm turning off the comments, guys, so that you've got full screen. Okay, we're going to start with our little warm-up, okay? So just finding your space. Just find your space. All we're going to do to start with is breathe. So important to get the breathing going, okay? So just pop your hands onto your rib cage. You can take your feet nice and wide, and let's get that breath going. First thing on a Monday morning, you're going to breathe in through your nose. You're going to breathe out through your mouth. And we're going to get the rib cage going. We're going to really expand the rib cage. Lateral thoracic breath, so all the way from the front sides, all the way into the back. And as you breathe out, just feel the hands slightly kind of closing in and tightening. It's almost like a corset's tightening. We're going to draw our tummy back towards our spine. We're going to engage into those deep core muscles. Switch them on straight away using our breath. They're going to help us control our movement. Breathing through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Just find your own pace for this. Setting up your body, setting up your breath for the workout. Try to get your breath away from the shoulders and the chest. Let's get it nice and low in the belly, in the rib cage, into the back. Last couple of breaths here. And last breath. Good. Every time you struggle in this workout, if you do, you're going to take it back to that breath. It's going to help you connect. It's going to help you control. Good. We're going to raise the arms up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Just really reach those arms up. Reach the chest to the ceiling. Breathing in. Breathing out. And a few more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. And last one. Breathing in. Really fill the lungs, guys. Let's really fill the body with air this morning. Breathing out. Let's take a side bend to each side. Wake up those sides. Breathe in, reaching your left arm up and over. Just breathing into the side of the waist here. Feel that space between the hips and the rib cage. And then just curve it forward, bend the knees. And rolling up to the center, second side. Breathe in. Breathing out, reach the side. Lovely big stretch all the way through that side. Nice deep breath. And roll it forward, curving the spine, scooping through the tummy, roll it back up. Good. We're going to march on the spot. Just get marching, get your arms going. So it's like high knees. Good. Get marching, move those arms. This can be as much as you want or as little as you want. You can really get it moving nice and fast. You could maybe be a little bit smaller if you're still waking up. Monday morning. Get those knees up, see how I'm using my arms. Good, I'm breathing. Just 10, 15 more seconds here. Getting that heart rate up, just getting the blood pumping around the body. Breathing. Good, and 5, and 3, and 1, and rest. Good, we're going to take it to your mat, and we'll take our little mobility and activation section. So, we are going to roll down through our spine. Just warm our spine up. Good. So to the top of your mat, breathe in. Feet are hip width. Breathe out, roll down. Bend your knees if you need to the bottom of your roll down. Breathe in, breathe out, roll back up, re-stack your spine. And we'll take one more of these, just kind of warming up your spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Roll down. You're going to walk it out and find a little knee hover position, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tabletop back, core sits on nice and tight. Knees are just off the floor. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Tabletop back. Breathe in, breathe out. Imagine a core sit tightening as you breathe out, guys. Belly button drawing up to your spine. Last 2 breaths. Really activating that deep core. Going to help us control the rest of our movement. Last big breath. Place those knees down. Release the toes, untuck those toes. Make sure those wrists are right under your shoulder. We're going to take our cat-cow, roll the pelvis under. Scoop through the tummy, curve through the spine. Lengthen your tailbone away from your head into that gentle extension. And again, breathing out. Just flow between the cat and then that extended cat. Gentle extension, gentle arch from the sit bones to the head. Breathing out, really stretch all the way through the back here, guys. Feels so good first thing on a Monday. Push the floor away when you're in that cat stretch. Separate your shoulder blades. Get that stretch into that kind of upper mid-back area. Last one here. You're going to find your nice neutral tabletop back, so your sit bones are pointing straight behind you. Close your rib cage. Navel up to spine. Let's take the right hand behind the back of the head. I'm going to take my left one so you can see a little bit better. And then you're going to twist your spine and reach your elbow towards your other elbow. And then open up. So we're going to work on that thoracic mobility through rotation first thing this morning. It might feel really stiff, be gentle. Elbow towards elbow. Open up, elbow to ceiling. Keep those hips square. Good. Breathe. Really make sure you let your breath flow to help you ease into this rotation. Don't worry if it's feeling really stiff, it's quite normal, especially first thing in the morning. Use this breath to help you ease into this rotation. Last one. Pushing the floor away on this supporting shoulder, lifting out of this supporting shoulder. Good, pop that hand back down. You're going to pick up the other hand, pop that other hand behind the head, breathe in, breathe out, rotate elbow to elbow. Open up. You might find this feels much stiffer on one side to the second side, quite normal. Just becoming aware of maybe you need to do a couple more reps on that side that's feeling much tighter, much stiffer, to kind of try and balance out that rotation in your thoracic spine. Be careful if you're feeling any lower back pain here, just be gentle. Kind of stop before that point where you feel anything in your lower back. And last one, just evening up sides, or taking that couple more reps if this is your stiffer side. Oh, good. Hand back down underneath the shoulder. We're going to come back into a child's pose. Feet together, knees nice and wide. Sit back, heels onto bum. And then we're going to keep this flowing. We're going to bring yourself forward, pull yourself forward, and take this cat stretch. And you just flow between the cobra, sorry, not the cat. I'm not quite awake myself. Coffee's still kicking in. So you're going to flow between that child's pose. Pull yourself gently forward into that cobra. Make this gentle, guys. It doesn't have to be quite as extreme as my cobra. It might be much, much more gentle. Take care with that lower back. You might be in kind of like a half cobra here. Totally fine. Working with your body and how you're feeling this morning for every single movement. Just find your breath, find your flow. We're really waking up this spine through extension, opening through the chest. And then just sitting back into that lovely child's pose. Last full one here, guys, into that cobra. And back into your child's pose. We're going to wake up those hips a little bit. So just roll yourself up, one big breath there in your child's pose, and then peel yourself up. Restack that spine. Let's wake up the hip flexors, open up through the hips a little bit. Left knee is on your mat on the floor, right foot is coming forward, give yourself lots of space, and just sink into that hip flexor stretch. Plain hip flexor stretch first and breathe there. Little bit of core, so you're not kind of hanging out in that lower back. Hips are square, and then just breathing and feeling that through the front of the hip. And let's take 2 more big breaths here. Good, just opening up those hips first thing on a Monday morning. Good, last big breath. We're going to take this into adding on our thoracic rotation. So you're going to be in a full lunge if you can, but you have the option to keep this knee down, okay? So the less intense version of this, you're going to keep that back knee down. And then you're going to have your right hand behind your head, your left hand on the mat, and you're rotating elbow to elbow, like we just did a few moments ago in the 4-point kneeling. But we are in a hip flexor stretch. If you want to go for the full version, you tuck the back toe under and you are in your full runner's lunge. Okay, so your knees either down on the mat or you're in your full runner's lunge. And then we're taking that thoracic rotation, elbow to elbow, open up. Staying deep in that hip flexor stretch. Breathing. Try and keep those hips square, try and stay deep in your hip flexor stretch. Find your own pace. You do not have to be with me. Keep it smooth. Last full one. Good. We're going to find the floor with your hand. Put that knee down if it was up. Untuck the toes. Come back. Take a little reverse hamstring stretch. So flex that foot. Just release over that front leg. Reaching your nose towards your toes and just take 3 or 4 big breaths there. Just kind of waking up the hamstrings. Keep it quite gentle. Good, release. Bring this foot back, swap legs. So you're going to take your second side for your hip flexor stretch. I'm going to turn around so it's a little bit easier for you to see. So left foot forward, right knee's on your mat. Sink into that hip flexor stretch. Make sure this foot's far enough forward that you've got enough space so that your knee's not shooting too far forward there. Hips are square, a little bit of core, and breathe. Good guys, hope you're feeling good, hope you're warming up a bit. We're nearly there. We've got a little bit of tiny bit of glute and core activation, and then we're going to get going into our circuit. So just enjoy this last little bit of activation and mobility, really getting that body ready for your circuit. Good, so you're either going to leave that back knee on the floor, otherwise you're going to tuck the toe, hands are going to the floor, lift that back knee up. You've got your left hand behind your head now, and then you rotate elbow to elbow, and then open up. Keep those hips square, keep sinking into that hip stretch as low as you can. Spread your front fingertips, press through the fingertips, try and lift out of this supporting shoulder a little bit, rather than sinking into it. And breathe. Find your pace with your breath, let it flow. Last 2. Last one. Good, we're going to find that standing, kneeling, hamstring stretch. So back knee goes down, if you had it up, untuck the toes, and then shift your weight back, flex that front foot. Your front leg might need to be a little bit further forward, sticking your bum back a little bit. Lengthen and release over that front leg gently. Think of your nose towards your toes, rather than collapsing over your leg, and breathe there. Last 2 big breaths there. And let's release. Good, we're going to come onto our back. So just finding your mat, roll yourself down carefully and find your mat. Good. So we're going to take our dead bug if you know it. I'm just going to make sure I'm in shot, taking your dead bug. So have your back is either in your neutral, so just that kind of natural position of your lower back. If you find that the back starts to arch when we work the core in that position, you're going to press your lower back firmly into the mat, into that imprint, and hold it in imprint, okay? If you can, work in the neutral, work in the neutral. So you're going to find your double knee fold, your tabletop, your hands are coming above your shoulders, palms are facing each other, the core is engaged, think of that kind of corset wrapping around. We're going to breathe out and stretch your opposite arm to leg. Breathe in, come back to your start position. Breathe out, stretch your opposite arm to leg. The feet are flexed, guys. Think of kind of energy through those heels. And we're stretching the leg fully. In line with the hip joint. If there's a little bit much, you're going to have your arms on the floor. For a little bit extra support, you're just going to stretch the legs. Good, so the most important thing is that as you stretch the leg, you're engaging into the core. So think of that corset tightening, gently pulling the belly button down towards the spine. The lower back stays exactly the same, okay, so it doesn't, if you've got it pressed into the floor and imprint, it doesn't pop away from the floor. If you've got it in neutral, it's staying in that position, it's not increasing in the arch, okay? Ribs are closing. We're going to take 6 more, really, really engaging, feeling the ribs closing, engaging deep down into those deep core muscles. Last one on each side. Brilliant one, just to really activate that core before we really get moving. And then we're going to take the arms down, 1 foot down at a time. Just going to switch on those glutes fully before we stand to take our first circuit exercise. So feet are flat on the floor, hip width apart, core gently engaged. We're actually going to flex those feet, press through the heels, breathe in, breathe out, push through the heels, squeeze the bum, lift the hips into your glute bridge. And then breathe in to lower the bum back to the back mat. Breathe out, press through the heels, squeeze the bum and lift. Breathe in to lower. The spine is just staying nice and still and stable. We're really focusing on activating those glutes. Knees stay parallel, knees in line with hips, don't let the knees wander out, so a little bit of awareness of those inside thighs. We can also draw the pelvic floor muscles up. Good. Find your own pace if you don't want to be with my pace. We're going to go 10 and 9. As soon as your bum hits the floor, you squeeze back up. We've got 5. Keep breathing. 4. Good, guys. 3. Really pressing through those heels, really squeezing deep into those glutes. Last 2. And 1. Good. Release. Lovely. Hug those knees in towards your chest. Just take a little massage through that lower back. You can take a gentle rock from side to side. And you're going to carefully bring yourself up to standing, and we're going to work through our circuit, our full body circuit. So just bring yourself up to standing in your own way. Grab a little bit of water if you need it. Make sure you have your dumbbells. So we have a full body circuit. We're going to try and take minimal rest in between each exercise. You will get a rest at the end of the circuit before we start the circuit all again. So have your dumbbells. I'm going to talk you through the exercise and then we're going to do it all together. And then, so there'll be a little bit more talking on the first circuit, but then when we go for the second time round, we're just going to really go for it. So you've got your dumbbells. The first exercise is squat thrusters. If anyone is not wanting to do any overhead press work, if maybe you've got any shoulder issues or neck issues, you're just going to take 1 dumbbell, hold it in front of your chest, elbows down, and you're going to take plain squats, goblet squats, okay? Otherwise, if your shoulders, neck, upper body's feeling good, we're going to take squat thrusters. So your feet are wider than hip width, finding your squat stance. Engage the core. Your dumbbells are coming to your shoulders. Elbows are lifted in line with the shoulders. We are going to take 12 to 15 squat thrusters here. So we are going to sit back into the heels as if you're sitting back on a chair. You push the floor away, squeeze the glutes and press. So when you're ready, we can take 12 to 15 together. And let's squat and press. Find your own pace if you're not quite with me. Breathe in to release down, breathe out to press. And 4. And 5. Good, keep those elbows in line with the shoulders so they stay narrow grip. And 8. Every time you stretch those legs, press through the heels, squeeze the bum. Good. Don't let the shoulders creep up as you press the dumbbells overhead. Good. And 12, 3 more. And 3. Good, guys, keep breathing. And 2. And 1. And release. Good. That's your first exercise. Second exercise, catch your breath, deep breaths. We're going to take a split stance squat with a bicep curl. Okay, so we're really working that lower body, legs, glutes, but we're getting some bicep curl in as well. So the hips are nice and square. And you're going to take your right foot forward and your left foot back. Nice wide stance, wider than hip width. And your back foot is kind of up on the ball of the foot. So you'll just show you the move. You're going to bend the knees and you go straight to the floor but off the floor. It's like you're in between two walls, so I don't want to see your torso going forward or back. And then as you stretch those legs, take your bicep curl. Bicep curl, we're going like the hammer curl, guys. So the hands are in towards the body, facing inwards towards the body. You just curl the hands straight to the shoulders. So we've got 10 on one side, and then we're going to take a little bend of the knees, stick the bum back, elongated spine, the hands come forward underneath the shoulder joints, and we take our bent over row, okay, for 10 reps. We're then going to do that on the second side. So split squat with bicep curl, little bend of the knees, stick the bum back, hands come forward into our bent over row. So we have 10 split squats with bicep curl into 10 bent over rows on each side. I'll do it with you. We'll do it all together, kid. So right foot forward, left foot back. Let's go. Split squat, stretch, bicep curl. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And 3. Good. Keep breathing. And 4. This is all about form. Keep your hips nice and square for me the whole time. Push through that front heel as you stretch. And squeeze into that supporting glute, that's front glute, sorry. And 8. So push through the heel to squeeze that right glute. And 10. Good. Stay in that split stance, little bend to the knees. Hinge forward, stick the bum back. The arms will kind of swing forward to that under the shoulders. You've got 10 rows. Elbows go straight back. Breathe out to row, breathe in to release. 3. Imagine you are squeezing my hand in between the bottom of your shoulder blades. 5. Core is engaged, so it doesn't go into that lower back. 7. 3 more here, guys. Good. 8. If you didn't have any dumbbells, you could just be doing the same action with your arms. 10 to get that movement into the back. And release. We've got to do those 2 on the second side. So left foot comes forward. I'm going to turn around so you can see my split stance a little bit better. Left foot's forward, right foot's back. Wider than hip width. Hips are square. Engage the core. And when you're ready, split squat. Stretch those legs. Bicep curl. 10 reps. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Really press through that left heel as you stretch the left leg and squeeze. Actively squeeze that left glute. And 6. If you're at a slightly different pace to me, just keep your own counting going. You're going to 10. We've got 3 more. And 2. Keep those shoulders down as you take your bicep curl. Last one. Good. Little bend to the knees, soft bend to the knees. Stick the bum back. Hinge forward. Release the arms so they're under the shoulders. Elbows straight back. Bend over row. And 2. You've got 10 reps. The spine stays still. The torso stays still. 4. You just squeeze in between those shoulder blades. 5. And 6. Really getting into the back muscles. The back of the arms. These muscles that are going to keep our posture nice and open. Last rep from all that sitting at our desk or at our phones. And release. Good. Well done, guys. Pop your weights down. We are going to take 20 seconds, a little bit of cardio. Good. Same as we did at the beginning. Join in when you are ready. Get that breath if you need to catch the breath. When you're ready, we're just going for those knee marches. Good. Let's start our 30 seconds. Let's go. And if you want to, you can take this into higher impact knee marches or high knees. If you've got any issues with your knees or your back, keep it low impact. Don't take the jump. Good, 15 seconds. Breathing, get that heart rate up. Good, 8, 6, 5, and 3, and 1. Rest, good, lovely. You're coming down to your mat. We have 1 core exercise to finish the circuit. My mat's going crazy this morning. Still waking up. So you're going to take 1 dumbbell. You only need 1. 2 options for this exercise. So you're rolling to your mat nice and carefully, rolling to your mat. I want you to either find that neutral or again press the back into the mat, wherever you feel the most secure. The weight is above your shoulders, you're holding your dumbbell on either side. Straight hands straight above your shoulders. Find your double knee fold. Heels are bent, feet are flexed, feet in line with knees, knees over hips. Option one, you just stretch one leg, bring it back in. Breathe out, bring it back in. Option two, you're going to take the dumbbell overhead at the same time. Okay? Breathe out. So overhead reach with the dumbbell, straight arms. As you stretch one leg, alternate legs. Okay, let's go. If you haven't started already, join in. We'll count from now. We're going to go for 12. The most important thing here, guys, is that your lower back doesn't change position. It stays nice and still and stable. So breathe out and really close the ribs, draw the belly button down to the spine. Engage the deep core. Think of that corset tightening. You've got 6. If you're in your neutral and you're feeling the back overarching, it's hurting in your back, really press the lower back into the mat. We've got 2. If you're going slower, that's great. Slow is always meaning that you're focusing on that control. Just carry on for your last couple of reps. And rest, 1 foot down at a time. Good. Take a little sip of water. Have a minute. We're going to do the circuit all over again. Good. So just take a moment. I'm going to change the core exercise on the end, but other than that, we're doing exactly the same that we've just done. Just one different core exercise on the end, guys, okay? Just so you know what's coming. And I'm going to just kind of get it moving a little bit more now. So we're really going to try and take the exercises continuously, and you get that break to recover after the full circuit. And we're going to try and squeeze it in 2 more full times. Everyone looking good? Good, well done. Thank you, those of you that are with me. Brilliant workout for Monday morning. Okay, so you've got your squat thrusters. We're going to go for 15 reps. If you want to, just take the one dumbbell and make a goblet squat. Let's go. 15 squat thrusters. Dumbbells to your shoulders, elbows forward. Feet are wider than hip width. Find your stance for your squats. You sit your bum back as if you're sitting back into a chair. Dumbbells stay on the shoulders as you stretch your legs, press through the heels, stretch the dumbbells above you, press them. 2, so it's control to squat down, power to press up. And breathe out to press, breathe in to control down, breathe out to press. And 5, count your own reps if you are at a slightly different pace. And 7, so it's control and press. Okay, we want to try and get that power on the press. 5 more, and 5, and 4, core's nice and engaged, 3, keep the elbows straight forward, 2, and 1. Good, well done guys. We've got our split stance squat, our split squat, with the bicep curl added on the end, into our bent over row. So we've got 10 reps of the split squat, that is really hard to say, with the bicep curl into 10 reps of the bent over row. And we take that on one side and then on the second side. So, I'm going to challenge you, I want you to start on your second side, guys. If you don't know, don't worry, just pick a side. If you do know, start on the second side that you started on, first side. So take your split stance, hips are square, feet are wider than your hip width, core is engaged. Let's go, 10 split squats. Straight down, stretch, bicep curl. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just let the breath flow if you want to. It's like you're in between 2 walls, so the torso stays completely still and stable as you're working the lower body. That core is helping you. 6. Really press through that front heel as you stretch the left leg or your front leg. So you squeeze that front glute, press through the heel to squeeze the glute. Last one, bicep curl. Just finish up your 10 reps if you were slightly behind, good. We're going to take that micro bend to the knees, stick the bum back, elongate the spine. The hands swing forward so that they are underneath the shoulders, palms face each other. 10 bent over rows. Elbows straight back. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Focus that squeeze in between the bottom of the shoulder blades. Okay, so kind of like at the bottom of your bra strap, ladies. Torso stays super still, that core is engaged, the core sits on. And 3, and 2, and 1. Stretch those legs, we're going to swap sides, good. On your Bento Row, again we want to kind of try and get that power with the row, so long as nothing's moving in your spine, and then control to release, so we get that kind of strengthening on the release part of the movement. Oh, I'm sweating this morning. I'm used to my air conditioning back home in California, I'm in the UK at the moment. Okay, so 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, make sure you're doing your second side. Split stand squat 10 reps into 10 reps with the bent over row on your second side, let's go. Push and stretch, bicep curl. Stretch, bicep curl. Hips stay square. Let's see if you can hear my breathing. Control down, press to stretch. Control that bicep curl. And 6. Keep that core engaged. 3 more. Last 2. Really press through that front heel as you stretch, guys, to squeeze that supporting glute. Last bicep curl. Good, we're going to take the bent over row, little bend to the knees. Stick your bum back, hinge from the hips, so you elongate that spine forward. Let the arms swing forward slightly, so the hands are under the shoulders, palms face inwards. 10 bent over rows. Elbows go straight back. Squeeze that hand in between the bottom of the shoulder blades each time. 3. Long back of the neck, guys. So your vision's down at your mat. Hips are square. Try and keep that deep core connection through that core sit wrapping. And 5. And 4. And 3. Last one. Step together, good. Pop your dumbbells down. Good, we have got our little high knees. So you're either going to take the low impact version, the feet stay on the floor. If you want to crank it up, go for high impact. You're going to go for some high knees. Add that jumping end, okay? We're going to go 30 seconds. And let's go, guys. Go, get those arms going. Arms going. So here is your low impact version, guys. Breathing, knees nice and high. Arms are going. Core's engaged. You might be in your high impact version. If you've got knee issues, back issues, keep it low impact, guys. Breathe. Good, halfway there already. You got this, keep breathing. Good, keep going, keep breathing, keep smiling. We got it. Great workout, guys. 5 and 3, 1, rest. Good, well done. So, as I said, the core exercise is changing. Oh, I'm sorry, my mat's going crazy. I'll just keep readjusting it. So our core exercise, we're going to take Russian twists so that we get some activation for those oblique abdominals, okay? So you just need one dumbbell. Also, you can take the dumbbell out of this exercise. If you've never done the Russian twist before, I advise you don't use a dumbbell. Keep it unweighted. If you've got any back issues, keep it unweighted. So you can have, the option 1 is the feet are on the floor. Little tuck of the pelvis, curve of the spine. Elbows lifted, shoulders down, and we're going to twist. So see how I'm in a little scoop of my tummy, pelvis is under, curved to the spine, scooped up to the tummy. Okay, version 1. Version 2, you're going to lift the feet, glue them together, or you can cross them over and twist here. So let's go, pick your version, roll the pelvis under, belly button back to spine. Let's go. Just keep twisting with control. Keep those elbows lifted, but the shoulders down. So you've got that nice open collarbones. Hips are staying nice and square. And we're going to go 5. And 4. Try and keep the legs still if you've got them lifted. 2. And 1. And rest. Whew. Good, well done. Take a sip of water, have a minute to recover. Focus on your breathing in this recovery, guys. Really go back to that deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to do our circuit one more time. I'm going to try and really let this circuit go. I always say that, I'm not going to talk much, and I always talk. I'm so much about making sure you guys are working with good form. I can't help myself, but I'll try and talk a little bit less and keep it flowing a little bit more this third time. So guys, same first 3 exercises. Squat thrusters into your split squat into bicep curl, into your Bento Row. I'm going to switch up the cardio exercise. So instead of those high knees, we are going to take, so we're changing the last 2 exercises. So instead of those high knees, and then the core that we've been doing, we are going to take some oblique mountain climbers into 20 seconds as intensely as you can, full mountain climbers. Okay, so just show you quickly that last exercise. It's going to be in your plank, okay, pelvis in line with spine, hands under shoulders. You take your opposite knee to your opposite elbow, twist the hips, foot back to floor, square hips. Opposite knee to opposite elbow, okay, and then we're going to take that into 20 seconds as fast as we can with good control, mountain climbers. Alternatively, if you are not working a full plank, if you've got any back problems, shoulder problems, if it's just a bit too much this morning, you're going to take your opposite knee to opposite elbow oblique in your knee hover. So tabletop, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, and then you twist opposite knee to opposite elbow in your little 4-point kneeling knee hover position. And then you're going to walk yourself back, roll up, and you're going to go back into another set of your high knees there instead. Okay, so that's your alternative option if you are not working in plank. Okay, I've talked too much, let's go. We're going to get this one done. Okay, so squat thrusters, guys. Find your squat position, feet are hip wider than hip width. Then you're going to take those dumbbells to the shoulders, or you might just have the one dumbbell at your chest if you're not doing overhead press. Cores engaged, let's go 15. Sit back, stretch and press. Sit back, press through the heels, stretch and press. So the more you press through those heels, as you stretch the legs, the more you're going to be able to feel the activation in the butt. Good, keep those elbows forward, shoulders down. 4. Control to go down, power to press. Good, guys, you're doing so well. You are almost there. Coming towards the end of your workout. Keep breathing. Hopefully those good endorphins are getting pumping now. Feeling good. What a great way to start your Monday. And last 3. Last 1. Good. So you've got your split squat with bicep curl into your bent over row. 10 reps of each on one side, 10 reps of each on your second side. Again, alternate the side that you're starting on. So whichever leg you had forward last time, do the opposite. So I'm going back to right foot forward, left foot back. Take that stance nice and wide, wider than your hip width. Hips are square, core is engaged. When you're ready, weights in the middle of both your feet, guys. Squat, stretch, push through the front heel, bicep curl. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Split squat, stretch, bicep curl, release. Shoulders stay down. Really think of you being in between 2 walls. So torso is not going forward or back, core is engaged. As you stretch, press through that front heel, squeeze that front glute. Last one. We'll just keep going if you're at a slightly different pace. Little bend to the knees, elongate the spine, stick the bum back. Hands will swing forward so they're under the shoulders, palms facing each other. Long neck, 10 rows. Elbows go straight back. Squeeze that hand in between the bottom of your shoulder blades. Really working into those mid back muscles. Strengthening them. We're going to keep our posture nice and open. Stop our shoulders from rounding. Especially now we're all working from home, spending too long sitting at our laptops, at our phones. Last rep. Let's keep that nice open posture going. And stretch those legs. Good. Same thing, second side, guys. 10 reps of the split squat with bicep curl. 10 reps of your Bento Row on your second side. Doesn't matter where you're facing, I can't see you. So as long as you are definitely doing your second side, so your other foot forward. Hips are square, core is engaged, wide enough with those feet that you feel like you've got somewhere to go with that squat, split squat. Core is engaged, weight stays in the middle. Stretch, press through the front heel as you stretch, bicep curl. Breathe in, breathe out. 10 reps at your own pace if you're not with me. Breathe in, breathe out, bicep curl. So the bicep curl, the arms are facing inwards, palms are facing inwards. It's called a hammer curl. There's lots of slightly different versions of bicep curls. They will work your slightly different parts of your arm muscles. And we've got 3. When it gets tough, guys, you focus on that breath. Last one. We've got those bent over rows, last time. Soft bend to the knees. Stick the bum back, elongate the spine, long neck. Swing the arms slightly forward so that the hands are under the shoulders, palms face towards each other. 10 rows. Breathing out to row, breathing in to release. Keep the elbows straight back, don't let them fan outwards. And 7. 3 more. Squeeze the hand in between the bottom of the shoulder blades. Last one. Good, release. Whew. I'm feeling it, guys. Pop those dumbbells down. So, last 2 exercises, you're doing so well. Let's get these done quick. So you have got your oblique mountain climbers. Opposite knee to opposite elbow in your full plank, okay? We're going to go for 12 slow, controlled reps. Your alternative options to be in your 4-point kneeling knee hover, okay? Slightly less intense. Join me in the plank, and we are going to find, once we have done those oblique mountains, I'm going to get you into your position. We're going to go 20 seconds mountain climbs as intense as you can, so long as you don't lose your form, your back stays nice and still. And it's our last exercise, guys. Good. So if you're going to take your plank, roll down, walk your hands out, find your full plank. Otherwise, you are in your knee hover. Tabletop back, everyone. If you're in your plank, don't want to see this, back arching. Squeeze the bum. Just a slight feeling of tucking. We don't want to go over tucked. We want to try and keep neutral. And then when you're ready, opposite elbow to opposite knee to opposite elbow. With an out breath, you twist the hips, and then you square the hips. Good. Twist, square. Twist, square. The pelvis isn't dropping down and lifting up. Good. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. If you're going to stand under your high knees, walk yourself back, roll up. When I say go, you're going to go into your high knees. Otherwise, if you're still in that plank, hold it, hold it, hold it. We are going to go 20 seconds. Let's go. Mountain climbers. This is your final exercise, guys. Let's do it. Breathe. We've got 10 seconds. Good. Keep that core engaged. The pelvis isn't dropping up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you're in that plank, draw one knee in at a time. If you are standing in your high knees, come down to the floor and join us. Feet together, knees nice and wide. Sit back onto those heels. And breathe in your child's pose. Deep breaths. Well done, guys. Well done. If you can stick with me just for 3 or 4 minutes, I'm just going to stretch your glutes and your hamstrings. If you've got to rush off, please go. But maybe try and stretch your glutes and hamstrings later today. Roll yourself up. Oh, great workout, guys. Let's stretch those glutes. You're going to come onto your back. Roll yourself down. Good, so you're lying flat on your back. Let's take the right foot over the left thigh. Take the hands behind the back of that thigh, interlock the fingers, lift the foot off the floor, pull towards you, and then breathe. You can use this elbow to push that right knee open a little bit. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. If you are rushing off here, guys, and you can't do the stretch, this will go up on the Fit&Well IGTV, so panic not. You can pick it back up later in your day. If you want to revisit this workout this week, which would be awesome, again, it will be on that IGTV page. Breathe. Whew. Ideally, you want to be holding these glute and hamstring stretches for a decent amount of time. I'd advise at least 30 seconds, a minute or so if you can. Might be slightly under today just because I'm aware of timing. You're probably all needing to get off to work. Release away and let's swap over. Although hopefully you're all working from home so you don't have a commute. One of the benefits of this strange world, hey? We've lost that annoying commute. Good, just breathe. Whew. So you're stretching your second glute now. Take some lovely deep breaths, just ease your way into that stretch. Keep your bum glued down onto the floor, guys, don't let it lift. If you want slightly more traction here, reach for the shin and pull from there, okay? And if you're super flexy and you practice yoga and you want to do an alternative glute stretch here, maybe you want to go for your pigeon stretch, please go for it. Breathe. Use that breath just to bring your heart rate down and to ease into that stretch. And finish this workout feeling calm, focused, empowered, ready to take on your day. What a great way to start your day, what a brilliant way to start. Focusing on you, getting your mind into the right gear. Good, let's release, let's stretch those hamstrings to finish. Stretch one leg all the way along the floor. I'm just running out of space. Stretch your other leg above you. If you need to, you can take the hands behind the back of the thigh if the hamstrings are pretty tight. Otherwise, you're going to reach for the calf. Otherwise, if you can, the most intense version, you reach for that foot. So that's going to depend on your flexibility. And with this one, if you're practicing at home, you could take a long towel or a long band, pop it over the foot. That's going to help you there. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Try and release any tension in this hip flexor that's on the floor. Feel the length behind the back of the knee on the leg that you're stretching. Feel free to close your eyes on these stretches. Just really connect your breath to your body, your mind to your body, your mind to your breath. It's that real mind-body-breath connection. Good, release, hug that knee into the chest nice and tight and send it away in line with the hip joint. Bring that second leg in, hands behind the back of the thigh, interlock the fingers, stretch that left leg or your second leg. Hands might be behind the calf, hands might be holding the foot. And breathe. Trying to release through this supporting hip flexor. The leg that's on the floor, see if you can flex that foot, energy through that heel, so we're a little bit active through that supporting leg. It's going to just change the feeling of the stretch ever so slightly, make it a little bit more active, a bit more functional rather than just kind of hanging out in a passive stretch. And the last couple of big breaths there. Release, hug that knee into your chest nice and tight and send it away. Good, breathe in, stretch behind you as long as you can be. You're going to roll yourself up. Reach forward, scoop for the tummy, curve through the spine. You're going to come to your crouch position. We're going to roll up to standing, restacking our spine to finish. Heels are on the floor, hip width with those feet. Just have a couple of seconds to hang over the legs. Soft bend to the knees, little scoop up through those lower abdominals. Restack your spine. You can keep a soft bend to the knees if you need to. The legs could be straight. The pelvis restacked on top of the thigh bones. Let's really think about our posture. As we finish, rebuild that lower spine, rebuild the middle spine, rebuild the top of the spine, the neck, the head, sit bones facing the floor, lower back's in neutral. And let's breathe in, roll the shoulders up. Breathe out, release the shoulders back and down. And give yourselves a really big well done. Thank you for those of you that did the workout with me, awesome. If you want to do it again, it will be on the Fit&Well IGTV page. Have a wonderful Monday. Thank you, Fit&Well, for having me. Take care, stay healthy, guys. Bye, lots of love.